YouTube, White Boy Waves, back at it again. Alright, so, I've been getting some inboxes, asking me for tips. Tips on how you can get your hair to start to curl up and stuff, and obviously get waves. So, as I stated before in previous videos, you definitely have to brush. Brush, brush, brush. I can't say that enough. When it comes to brushing, you basically have to do it all day, every day. When you're sitting on a couch watching TV, brush. When you're driving in the car, brush. I mean, people look at me like I'm crazy, but I drive my car and brush my hair at the same time. I don't recommend doing that, but that's what I do. Everything that you do, brush. I mean, unless you're physically, I think you guys get the idea of what I'm saying. If you have free time, pick up your brush and brush. That is what is going to train your hair to curl up and lay down at the same time as your hair gets longer. That's tip number 2 right there, is let your hair grow as long as possible. If you have straight hair and you got a fresh cut a couple weeks ago and you're down to like maybe a 1.5 or a 2, you're probably not going to see anything until 3, 4, maybe even 5 weeks in. If you guys look at my transformation video, I didn't really truly start getting actual defined waves until like week 5-ish. And that's just how my hair is. I mean, I can't, once it's already trained, if I do it for like 6 months, I could go down to maybe a 2 with the grain and probably still have some waves. But other than that, you're looking at like, you have to let it grow. I know a lot of the wavers are bringing you videos of all the products and stuff. Well, yeah, because they're trying to show you things that make their hair look good after you already have waves. But the actual process of getting waves starts with brushing your hair and letting your hair grow. You have to train your hair. As far as brushes, I mentioned in my brushing video, you have to have a medium, a hard, and a soft. In terms of when you have straight hair, I mean, I used just a medium until like maybe week 3, week 4, and then I actually got, since I love the crown brushes so much, I went and bought a hard and a soft as well, because I was using like Diane's and stuff like that. I have nothing against Diane's, and they're a brush, but the fact that the crown brushes are curved, you can't beat those. But anyway, so there's no textbook, use this brush when you're doing this, or use this brush when you're doing this. I find that now that I already have waves, or at least they're starting to come in more full, I use the soft a lot more because I'm trying to get them to connect, and actually, it helps you lay them down. I basically will use a medium and a soft about the same throughout the day, maybe the soft a little bit more, and hard basically in the morning and at night before I go to bed. Just because, my hair, although it looks like it's short right now, it's a little bit longer, but it's not as coarse. So I can get away with only using a hard, just so often. If you have coarser hair, that's a different story. I mean, you're going to need to use a hard a lot more because it's got to get down to your scalp as far as training your waves. A hard actually can penetrate my hair. I don't even know how long it can get before a hard, I have to use a hard all the time. But anyway, so that's just a little bit of tips, as far as brushing. As I said, let your hair grow. Once you start to actually see them come in, that's whenever you want to kick in with the products and stuff. As I stated before, moisturizing my hair, my hair doesn't really get that dried out and greasy and all that stuff. So moisturizing wasn't really a big deal to me until it starts getting longer. That's whenever you got to start thinking about moisturizing and stuff like that. But on a day-to-day basis, brush your hair. Another big thing that I found out was that I wasn't doing last year, which I think this is what kind of messed my hair up. Since I do use products now, when your hair gets a little bit longer, you want to actually wash your hair out every day. Not with, you don't have to shampoo your hair, but I mean, when you take a shower every day, you want to be rinsing your hair and brushing your hair in the shower. I think that the shower brushing definitely helped me. And those are things that I'll get to in a different video. You know, if you want more information about that, either inbox me or just wait for the video to come. I'm trying to go day to day so that I'm not giving you too much information at once and then kind of drop off a little bit. So I'm just taking it a day at a time. And then, you know, just little things here and there. I mean, I watched a lot of waivers YouTube videos for months. I mean, 2-3 months, and then I decided to start. So I mean, I had a lot of knowledge from these other waivers, but you know, once you actually get into doing your own hair, you don't really know what it's like and what things work for you and what things don't work for you. A lot of these people that are inboxing me with these, you know, saying they have straight hair, you may have straight hair, but chances are you don't have the same exact hair texture as me. I looked to a couple guys in particular that had had hair that looked like mine, but I mean, if we were standing side by side and you were touching and looking at thickness and stuff like that, they're probably not the same. So you kind of have to stick to a couple people that have similar similar textures and stuff like that. Use their tips, see if it works for you. Kind of tweak their stuff. I mean, the people that I looked at their videos, I don't do the exact same methods as they do, and vice versa. I'm sure that they don't look at my videos and say, hey, I'm going to try doing that. So you kind of just have to take the general information of getting waves and kind of you know, apply it to how your hair grows and texture and stuff like that. Definitely don't use too many products. If anything, use a little bit less than needed. I think that you know, a lot of people get the misconception of, you know, let's overload my hair with products and maybe I'll get waves faster. They definitely speed up the production of waves, but you know, brushing is going to be your #1 friend. And keeping water, you know, running through your hair just a little bit, like I showed you before. You only have to get a little bit on your hands, rub it through for it to be damp, and it kind of, you know, you can get down to your scalp a little bit easier, as I mean, at least I do. And that, so as far as do-ragging, I mean, you see I got the Sue-Rag on. I just put some moisturizer in my hair, so I got the Sue-Rag on. But you know, people have this misconception that they have to wear their do-rag all day. Basically, if you're not straight out of the shower, or if you didn't just put a product in your hair for maybe an hour before you have the do-rag on, you probably don't even need the do-rag on. Instead, what I recommend is take the damn do-rag off and start brushing your hair. You know, I see a lot of people, they say, you know, I put the product in my hair, I brushed for 45 minutes, and then I put the do-rag on, and it's 8 hours later, and I still got the do-rag on. No, you don't need to do that, dude. That's 8 hours that you could be brushing your hair. So, I mean, I hate to make it sound like it's comical, but it's not. I mean, it's just people have a different concept of what's going to actually get you the waves and what's not. Don't get me wrong. I mean, it's important to do-rag and to Sue-Rag and stuff like that, but it's whenever the time is appropriate, then you do that. So yeah, I mean, that's basically, these are just tips for starting out. You know, if you need actual videos on how to do these individual things, I already brought you the brushing method. I'm gonna hit you with like the towel methods that I use, which I don't really do that much, but and then, you know, just basic simple things that can help you enhance you know, your waves as you start to develop them. But the two main things that I'm stressing right now is brush and let your hair grow. Don't worry about anything else right now, excuse me, other than those two things. And you know, if your hair is I mean, if it's thick enough and it's long enough, chances are, if you're brushing enough, you will start to get some type of waves. I don't know. Some people, I just don't think are able to do it. But you know, for the majority of people, if you're mixed, if you got some, even say Puerto Rican, Mexican, something of, you know, the islands-ish ethnicity, you should be able to get it. I mean, like I said, I'm white. Like I got, you know, my great grandfather has black hair, and that's it. Other than that, I mean, you're looking at basically straight white boy hair. So you can't say like, you know, well, you know, whatever. It's irrelevant. If you have long enough hair, thick enough hair, brushing enough, you should be able to get waves. So yeah, I hope that helped. Just to kind of clear things up. If you need any more information, hit me up. Let me know what you guys want as far as videos. If you're hitting me up and saying give me some tips, rather than saying give me some tips, say, hey, I need, you know, some help on how I wash my hair or how I brush my hair in the shower. Can you do a video on that? I'll be more than happy to do that. I mean, so because as of right now, I mean, I'm trying to lay things out on how I want to progress through the stages of how I built my hair to where it's at right now and moving on. So, I'm gonna get back to watching some football, and tomorrow's Monday. I'm gonna hit you up with a week 8 progress, yeah. So just look forward to more videos. Subscribe. Tell your friends to subscribe. Tell your grandparents to subscribe. I don't give a shit. Just tell them to subscribe and watch the vids. I'll try to give you as much information as possible. Also, if you want to check out, you know, my page and who I'm watching, I know you can, you know, navigate through YouTube and see who I'm watching and liking their vids. Watch their vids too. I mean, that's where I get a lot of my information as well. Hit up wavebuilder.com. They got a lot of tips and stuff like that. I'm not too big on the Wave Builder products, but hit up their website. They got a lot of good methods on there as well. So look forward to more vids. Subscribe, and I'll see you guys soon. Peace.